Over West Side, everybody know everybody, right? I got nothing but love in my heart for West Side niggas, nothing but love.
Live from Detroit, live from Detroit, live
yeah. Pink suits with hats to match, big crocodiles and Cadillacs. You looking for the fattest sacks? This is where it's at. Windows tinted, seats fully reclined. Keep your hands on the burner, cause niggas know that it's money on their mind.
Yo, what up, though? It's your man Jay Johnson, aka the tinfoil hat titan, aka the conspiracy realist, aka the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr. Don't text me with your green bubbles, aka I only debate my equals, everybody else I teach. Also known as Juice, because all the hoes say J.U. Ice, Young Caesar, because you know you can't roam without me. Mr. If you don't like me, fight me. I got kicked out of Noah's Ark because they couldn't find another animal just like me, aka the West Side T'Challa, the new leader of Wakanda. Don't debate me, debate your mama. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
Man, that dog better not make no noise during my entrance. And it's your man Dame going wild. Just double checking. The West Side landlord, the pride of PA, High Chief Dame don't fuck around. The liquor store legend, the corner store conquistador, your mama's favorite Dame. And the David Ruffin of the Shop Talk podcast, because you know who the fuck they came to see. Not you, Otis. It's no better than these 4 letters. Thank God for Dame. And if you're speaking on Dame, you better say it nice. And if you don't put the boss in front, then bitch, you not saying it right. It is the honorable Judge Boss Dame and this bitch. All rise. I am a motherfucking black belt. And it is time for the Kumite. Let's go. Daddy's
Welcome,
home. Daddy's home.
I'm gonna let you get all your stuff off, man.
That's all I got, man.
Yeah, man.
Somebody shut that damn dog up.
Yo, welcome back.
My bad, man. He heard something. He a guard dog.
All right, man. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. Welcome back, Shop Talk Podcast, episode 496. On you
hoes.
Yeah, and we also joined about our good brother. We're gonna let him introduce himself though.
I am SL Jackson. I was supposed to stand in if Dame couldn't make it, so you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna talk a little bit with y'all. I can't wait to see what y'all want to talk about.
Man, I just want to catch up with my brother Dame. Saying and just kick it a little bit. You feel me? Dame, how was your week, my brother?
Hey man, I'm just gonna say, I don't know how deep you want me to get into shit, but I'm thankful to God to be alive. These last 3 weeks have been the hardest 3 weeks of my adult life. I thought I went through some shit, but like nigga trying to hold on to your own life is something that shit I can't even quantify the feeling. I know for those of y'all, I'm just gonna go back to what I've been going through and kind of bring y'all up to speed now. But back on September the 29th, I had open heart surgery at Henry Ford Hospital. And doing that open heart surgery, they were going to fix what's called your aortic valve. Mine was leaking, which means my heart is beating faster than it should be. When they opened up my chest, they saw that my transcopic valve was also damaged. So there were 2 valves that had to be repaired. The surgeon was able to repair both and essentially keep me alive because that other valve could have easily burst, and this thing could have went a real different way. I woke up to my children at the foot of my bed. What's crazy is, and I wish my daughter was supposed to come by this evening, but I had a doctor's appointment in Ann Arbor and got home pretty late. But what's crazy is when I woke up, I was strapped down to the bed and I had a breathing tube in my mouth. My baby girl was saying I was shaking my head like a pit bull and trying to get the straps off of my hand because it's just they strap you down because they understand like a nigga first reaction is I'm gonna pull this shit out my mouth. Yeah. So
Pause.
yeah, pause. So, they had me strapped down. Eventually, they calmed down and took the breathing tube out, and I was conscious, could talk to my kids. Uh, my son's mother was also there, so I could talk to everybody that was kind of in the room with me. Let my daughter tell it I was very belligerent that evening, telling nurses I didn't want no white people touching me because I was just coming down off of them drugs. But after the first night, which I guess is the hardest, uh, is where the shit really happens. After that, I spent 11 days in the ICU at Henry Ford. Uh, there's a myriad of different things your body goes through after they open up your chest and touch your insides and then staple you back up. I still have the staples and the medical tape on me that doesn't come off until like my first visit with my surgeon, which is this upcoming week. Uh, so man, you just in there. They feeding you medication. If you've ever been in a hospital, you don't get no fucking sleep. They come fucking with you every 2 to 3 hours. You got new nurses every day and every evening. Uh and I'll be honest, man, the drugs that they gave me, I was on some pretty heavy pain pills, oxy, motherfucking morphine, and they giving you that shit. They tell you from jump, like whatever we give you is not going to get rid of the pain. It'll help you manage it, but this shit is not gonna go away. And I figured that out the first day because I coughed in the ER like a day after I had my surgery, and it felt like a gorilla was beating on my chest. Uh, the worst cough I've ever had in my life. Moving was very difficult. You have to learn how to, getting up out the bed or adjusting yourself in the bed is very different because I have pretty much a steel cage in my chest right now. They use like steel wires to kind of pull you back together in a sense. Uh,
How did that come out? Or do it like dissolve or something like
Eventually your body heals, it dissolves, but it doesn't come out.
Hmm.
Everything they got in me is gonna be there. Uh, so on a liquid diet for like a week. Uh, man, I was having dreams about eating regular food, and then I wake up and there'd be some motherfucking soup and some apple juice. You know what I'm saying? The first day I had solid food was some motherfucking sausage, a biscuit, and a little bit of gravy on that motherfucker. It tastes like Sunday brunch at one of these expensive ass brunch spots. Shit tastes so delicious. I don't want to get too graphic, but I mean, I spent a week in the bed. And when I say in the bed, I'm talking about on my back. Uh, you know, Using the restroom in the bed, not being able to,
So you
really take.
soiled yourself, is what you're trying to tell us
No,
several
man,
times.
I used a bedpan first time in my life, which was a demoralizing experience as a man that has shat on the toilet his whole entire life. To have to lay on your back and use the bathroom is a whole different experience. Uh, and it's just I don't know, man. Like I said, it was just hard. It was just a tough couple days. I laid in the bed 5 days before they even let me get up and kind of walk and use a walker and get around my hospital floor, walk up some steps. I'm appreciative also to everybody that came out and saw a nigga. I don't want to miss nobody's name, but my brother Jay Johnson, I'm definitely gonna shout him out. Came to see me. Glam, Slick Vic, shit, my coworker Teresa, man, just a bunch of people came out to see me, and I'm glad that people took the time out of their schedule and out of their day to come fuck with me. Before I went in the hospital, I was like, man, I'm gonna feel away if such and such don't come, or but like the hospital ain't a place for everybody, and I understand like why certain people didn't come or why they couldn't come. It ain't no beef. I don't feel no malice in my heart. I went in there and I knew that this was going to be a life changing experience. And I'm not going to be contrite and say like, oh, I'm just a completely changed person. But like, man, I know that God saved my life, and I'm just lucky and happy to be here. And I don't think He would continue to save my life and spare me for me to be on no silly shit or for me to constantly be on some dumb shit. So that's not my plan. I'm just thankful that I get to see another day, talk to my peoples. Shit, man, I went in for a follow up appointment today, University of Ann Arbor. I've had an ICD in my chest for about 4 or 5 years now. And shit, they was talking about because of the surgery, they turned the ICD off and then turn it back on. And it's been reading abnormal ever since, which could cause the ICD to shock me. And I've already been shocked once before. It's like a fucking horse kicking you in the chest. But just coming out of open heart surgery, having this new valve on my heart, the last thing I wanted this thing to do was shock me. And they were talking about keeping me possibly tonight and going back in. But I was, they gonna delay it for a few days. There's some additional testing I need to do, and I may end up back in the hospital next week. Unfortunately, I don't know yet until I have the test. Um, so y'all just still keep me in your prayers. I'm not quite out of the woods yet. I go back and see my cardiologist and my surgeon again this week, just to kind of get follow-ups on my progress. And I'm gonna share this news with them too about what we saw in the ICD clinic today. And hopefully, I'll stay out of the hospital. 11 days in the ICU is a lot. Days start to run together. Shit, man, it feel like I missed a couple days in between there because I'm literally taking everything is repetitive. You take your pills a certain time, you eat a certain time. I'm sleep, 9, 10 hours a day. You see the same shit repeating on TV. Sports Center play the same shit 7, 8 times in a row. You start losing track of days and shit. And I don't want to go back into the hospital, but I'm gonna do whatever it takes to save my life. Seeing my babies after I came out of surgery, it felt I thought I was dead. I ain't even gonna front. Like you see your entire family at the foot of your bed, nigga. I'm thinking like maybe this is the upper room I've crossed over into.
Let me
So
ask. Let me ask, Dame. So I know you said your service like early in the morning, 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, right?
yeah, like seven. I was on the table 7 o'clock.
All right. How did they tell you how long the surgery was?
Uh, I assume so. No, they didn't tell me, but I assume because I remember the surgeon saying something about going to lunch. So I assume that my surgery was done by about lunchtime. Let's say 11 or 12. I was stitched up. I don't remember coming to until about 4 o'clock or so in the afternoon.
Oh, so the question was like, I'm sure they give you the anesthesia, or whatever. They probably take the countdown. Like, how much time do you feel like passed when from when it started, or you can remember until you open up looking at your eyes? Because I have never gone through a surgery uh, this tough, but I remember when I did do a surgery, it felt like I was like, and it was over. Was that the same thing for you? How did that feel?
No, I feel like I lost a day,
Mm.
like for real. I feel like I lost a day because I went in and it was dark. When I remember finally getting to my room, being able to look outside the window, like it was dark again. I felt like the entire day, even though it was only probably like 4 or 5 p.m., I feel like I lost the entire day. A good friend of mine, my friend Tiffany, she told her advice to me, or what she told me was like, all you got to do is just wake up. She's like, that's where half the battle is over. All you got to do is just wake up. And I remember, like, once I finally realized, like, I was up, like, I knew it was over, but I felt like I lost. There was no count. There was no countdown. They started me with drugs back in the prep area. They started, with like a light anesthesia in my IV. They put the gas mask on me. There was no countdown. he said something about start humming a song. I'm rapping so be it in my head, and then I wake
Big,
up.
big.
Then I wake up a couple hours later, and my family is at my feet. So
Mm. Um, I didn't mean to cut you off, man. You can continue though, my brother.
no, that's all that it really is. I'm not completely out the water yet. I just ask that people continue to pray for me. And I want to just say thank you to everybody that reached out because, I made two reels like kind of back to back. I expected by the second day, like, oh, I'm gonna be up on the phone talking, kicking it with niggas. Like, nigga, I could barely breathe. I could barely catch my fucking breath. Like talking to a nigga, like asking for water was taking everything that I had in my body. I could not talk the next day. Wasn't no chance in it. And like I was so fucked up off of meds. Like I was falling asleep throughout the course of the day. You have the craziest dreams off of oxy and morphine and all of that other shit. Like, nigga, I was literally dreaming that I was free. Not to say that like I wasn't like a free man in the hospital, but like I was trying to tell the nurses, like, look, I just want to go to Supino's and get some pizza. I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? Like, just unhook me so I can just go get my food and I promise I'll come right back. And they was like, no, no, Mr. Bradley, you don't understand. And then it's like they give you some more shit, and then it's, midnight and it's pitch black outside.
Man,
So it's it's crazy. I mean, it's the fent. I do remember them giving me a lot of fent that first night. A lot of fent, a lot of dog food. A lot of dog food. They turned me into a dope fiend that first night.
hey man, it
Uh,
probably saved your life. Shit.
it probably did. And like, I
Uh,
don't know how you niggas stay on them drugs. Them shits make you drowsy and constipated. Like, if you on fentanyl and oxy and all that other shit, yo, your insides are like concrete, my nigga. Stop.
I think that's why
Stop.
niggas get fat when they start drinking that shit because they
Yeah,
bloated. And,
it back you the fuck up.
yeah.
It back you the fuck up. I didn't shit for 3 days, and when I finally did, my God, my Lord, my Lord, out of body experience. That's all I can
Oh
say.
man, listen, man. We glad you're here though. You feel me?
I'm
I
glad
got
to be here.
I got a question for you about your stay as well. You mentioned that like you wake up, there's like a new nurse because in hospitals, I mean, it's a lot of people moving
Eight,
around.
they like 8, 12, 14-hour shifts. You just
Yeah.
never, I see a name up on the board and I just, all right, I guess that's who it is.
How does that make you feel as a patient? When every time you look up, it's somebody new. Do you be like, do y'all know what's going on? I mean, I know they do probably, but how do you feel when that's going on?
It makes you feel a little uneasy. For me, it did. Now
Yeah.
there was a night where I had the same night crew 2 nights in a row. It was this dude named Chance and this nurse named Asha, and they was there back to back nights. And I knew like, okay, they knew like the routine I like to keep at night. Cause like during the day, they gonna bring you your pills whenever the fuck they bring you your pills. I know at night they supposed to like help me clean up and get ready for bed. Like, nigga, about 8 o'clock, I want my graham crackers, I want something to drink, and I want my night pills. Like, I want to start getting ready for bed because I know about 10 o'clock them pills gonna kick in. And I know a motherfucker's coming in my room at 4 in the morning. It's just no if, ands, or buts. They coming in my room to take vitals at 4 in the morning. If I don't get a couple hours between 10 and 4, I'm not getting no sleep. For the
You know,
most part,
you
go
know what
ahead.
would probably been dope if you had an Apple Vision Pro while you was in that motherfucker. You'd be in the goddamn Aruba somewhere inside of that one. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
really would. I want one of them bitches so bad, dog.
yeah. So I mean, it's cool in that regards that like again having the same people 2 nights in a row. During the day, it's just like they just be white. It just be a
Was you
ran two.
flashing them?
It'd be two random white girls. Was it what?
I said, was you flashing them?
No, no, it was
Oh,
not flashing.
oh.
There was no. I'll be honest. Henry Ford provided me with no eye candy. None of the nurses were baddies. None of the doctors were baddies. There was
None of
no
the
eye
girls to be on
candy.
Instagram.
No, none of them. None of them came. I did snatch up a nurse one night because she came in my room at like 4 in the morning, and all I woke up and this woman was 6 inches from my face. And my first thought was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So I did grab a nurse one night, but other than that's the only action I had.
When you
Uh,
said snatch up a nurse, I was thinking I was not thinking that. I thought she was
no,
like, I caught her when I was doing my with my walker. It was like, hey baby girl, come holler at me. Come give me a sponge bath.
No, there was none of that action. She was just 6 inches from my face, and when you wake up in the middle of the night and a pale white blonde face is 6 inches from yours, like nigga, the shit scared the fuck out of me. So,
Man, I when I went down there, one Henry Ford is a humongous fucking hospital.
it don't
Okay,
even look like that from the outside.
no, but I got lost in that motherfucker, right? Because I walked in, I'm like, oh, this nigga told me on the fifth floor. All right, cool. I go on the fifth floor. And whatever the room number was, I'm looking for that. I'm like, nope, that ain't there. No, no. Then it's like, oh shit. So when I finally got somewhere, I walk up in the motherfucking room. I'm about to be me. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, what's going on? And it's two other niggas like, that's not that's not Dame and that's not Dame. I'm like, the nigga just text me and shit. So then I went like, yo, I'm looking for room 5H or 501, whatever the case, whatever the room. He was like, no, is it ISP or T? I'm like, his name's Damon Bradley. So they go through there like, oh no, y'all go around here, turn this door and go here. I go down there and get lost again and ask the same person. They were like, look, I just walk you down. And then it's another door from a separate area that you got to get buzzed through. And
Yeah,
it was like 25, 30 people out there. I'm like, I'm not waiting in the lobby. So as soon as they open the door, I'm just gonna walk through. And I just walked through like I belong there and shit, and just walked around and shit. But I say all that say, you downstairs, you're going through all this, you see all these people who are really sick in these different rooms. You see all these nurses and doctors and shit like that, and you just I watch probably like every fucking doctor show that they have been on television and shit, and that shit just seems so. It's real life. Niggas is down there getting their life saved by these nurses who be posting on some of the nurses who be posting on Instagram, and like these are like real people down here saving like real actual lives. And I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, it's the same place that nigga came down here nutting up and harmed that woman. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
while in the middle of we trying to save people's lives, and you out here,
The
it's
the
just it's
the
surreal.
cra- the crazy thing is you hear life and death exchanged all day long because naturally motherfuckers, I know the nigga in the room over me, his family is coming to see him, they happy he alive. 4:30 in the morning, I hear on the speakers, Cold Blue, room 542. I know that's only like 3 or 4 rooms up from me. A motherfucker is like hanging on to their life. Or you'll hear stroke, room 520. You know, that's up the hall. The nigga is literally trying to cling on to their life in their bedroom. And, you know, sometimes the codes don't make it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like that's also the scary part. And I read a quote somewhere like you hear the most sincere prayers inside of hospital walls. Cause like people are literally praying and begging God for their life. And like shit, nigga, that was me. Cause like them first couple nights, I really didn't being so heavily medicated and being in so much pain, you really don't have a grip of everything that's going on or everything that you even hooked to. It took me days to realize like I had shit on my forehead. I had IVs in my neck and both my arms. I had some shit in my groin. Like it was just a lot of shit that you attach to and that you just have no recollection of because they doing so much shit while you out and sedated and sleep. And in ICU, they really not moving you around. Everything you're kind of like you're self-contained to that room. Unless I had like even when they did X-rays, they brought the X-ray machine up to my room. So like everything is really in there self-contained. So like it really took me a few days to realize like, yo, the reason why this machine don't move is because it's fucking hooked up to me and I gotta stay here. Like when I asked to get up, I remember the first time I asked to get up and go to the restroom, I realized like I was hooked up to a continuous dialysis machine that ran me 24 hours a day. And that shit was hooked up to me for like 5 days straight. They was like, we cannot, nobody, they told me like nobody on this floor has authorization to unhook you from this machine. So you have to lay here in this bed. So
Mm.
like it would be shit like that. I didn't know I had like one of the painkillers that they were giving me was through a site that was in my neck. I had no clue because I can't even now I can't really raise my arms above my head because it still hurts my chest. You know,
Yeah.
I'm still open per se. So I can't raise my arms above my chest, which is one reason why I'm growing hair because I ain't had the opportunity. Like I can't shave my own hair
You
just
got a
yet.
hairline, dog.
I do. I
I
do. I
mean,
thought
like shortly above the hairline, there's
it's light. It's light.
light,
It's
but
light.
you
It's
still got a
light.
hairline.
Yeah. I'm
SJ, I think in the studio, didn't you say that this was some profound shit, and I never stopped thinking about this shit. You was like hospitals is like portals.
Yeah, for sure. Hospitals are the portals. You born there, you die there. So that's the soul swapping spot.
Can you think about that, like God, creator, whoever is sending souls and receiving souls all day, every day in this same spot, in this same location.
Right.
yeah.
And there's hospitals everywhere. Everywhere in the world is hospitals. It's not schools everywhere, but it's a form of a hospital everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, but you are right. Babies being born all around me and niggas dying later on that day. So it is truly a portal of life. I'm just thankful for the good people at Henry Ford that they saved my life, man.
Save
Them
your life.
nurses,
They saved my nephew life. I don't
yeah,
got nothing bad to say about Henry Ford. I think I was born there. So the guy was born there. So
yeah. So it's a lot of good work being done there. I'm so appreciative to God that I got good health insurance
Yeah,
because
yeah.
without health insurance, you know, if, with all these cuts and shit going on, I wouldn't, you know, if I was depending on Medicare or Medicaid, I probably would have died. So
Well, they gotta treat you.
yeah, they
they
got to treat me, but they don't mean they got to give me, you
catch and
know,
release.
a $300,000 surgery neither.
And that's insane that they telling you that surgery costs $300,000 because that can actually cost $500. You feel me? It's not a menu.
And man, I got the charges for the surgery. You know, I got the charges for the surgery before I went into the hospital. So they kind of gave me a summary of what to expect once I got my explanation of benefits and all of that. But I mean, it's flat 300,000.
That's
You know that.
that's two houses.
I mean that week was easily $500,000 me in the hospital.
I mean, what's so interesting is this though. How many people worked on you for those 11 days? You feel me? Like a lot of people came in contact with you, whether it was somebody who was doing your blood work, somebody who was nigga changing the diaper pan or whatever the shit called, like the
Lady
actual
show.
surgeons, the anesthesiologists, like nurses, like people who cleaning the medical material, like so many people hands who need to get paid for a living, like touched you to help save your life, whether they did it directly, but they support it. And it's like this be this the double edged, this the moment where I'll be like, damn. Like when we talking about healthcare and things like that, I'm like, well, no, it shouldn't be free, or should it be free? Because like, if you don't have health insurance, how does this happen? You know what I'm
You,
saying? Maybe
you
they
know the
catch and release. Like, oh, we'll fix you up, give you some shoddy shit, and then get the fuck home. And then like 2 days later, something happens. My stitches burst or something like that. So it's like I understand the price and I don't understand the price.
you know
Because like
I understand the price for the care, but like I made a joke with one doctor. He would come and see me for about 5 minutes every other day. And I joke with him, I said, "You're gonna charge my insurance for an hour though." He's like, you funny, but you are. You are. This
Well,
five
yeah,
minute
that's what I'm
visit.
saying. Is no menu to healthcare. Is no
Yeah.
like we don't you don't know what that just cost you until you get the bill.
so
Yeah.
you can ask for an itemized bill. They were like $42, bottled water. $42? Bottled water? Niggas will charge you $17 per Q-tip.
Listen, when I used to work at the plant and had that insurance, that Blue Cross Blue Shield, they treat you like royalty, dog. And they treat you like royalty, bro.
Guess what? I had Blue Cross Blue Shield basically my entire professional life since 2003. But I've been on my own until last year. This year, guess who my insurance is through?
Aetna.
No, the nigga who got popped.
Oh, United.
Yeah, they switched to that shit. My shit kicked in January. That nigga got popped like 2 weeks later or some shit. Like I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, they killing niggas over the shit that I forced to use now. Like, damn.
Hey, see, when I was at the doctor, I say shit like, no, you work for me. I'm paying you because I go to work to get this insurance. So you work for me. So when you said that you ain't want the white people touching you, like that, you feel me? Because that's exactly what I told that doctor. No, ain't no white man touching my daughter first. You work for me.
What's What's funny is like when so like there was one drug in particular they were really like trying to forcefully get me to take, and I was like, I don't. I work in health insurance, so I know enough about this medication. I was like, nah, I don't want to take that. So they let it go the first time. Like they tried for like 2 more days in a row. Like, hey, we need you to take. They would list to me all the drugs I'm gonna take, and then throw that one like at the
And then
end or
we gonna
two.
do
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to take that. I don't want to take that. And so I see how they like go about care. Like there's certain shit they just I don't know what type of backroom deals they have with these
They are
pharmaceutical
backroom
companies.
deals. Yeah, they are backroom deals.
But like they was pushing for this shit so bad. And I was like, look, I took like finally I did get to a nurse and I was like, look, put it in the notes, tell whoever I'm not taking that shit. That like it's plain and simple. I'm just not doing it. I'm not taking this drug, and that's the end of it. I don't care how many times y'all present me with it, I ain't taking it. And that's just that. And you got to stand like I really see where people be like, the hospitals don't. You got to stand firm on your patient rights as well, because as a patient, you are entitled to say no to a certain, like if you don't want certain care, if you don't want a certain nurse, you don't want a certain doctor, you are entitled to that shit, and you
Yeah.
really
I
got to
mean,
kind of like stand up for yourself and like make your voice known that like, look, I
you
don't
worked
want
your whole
this.
life. You
Yeah.
worked your whole life to pay for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been paying into medical insurance for a long since I've been working, and I've only had one minor surgery. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
still
One minor surgery.
I'm still working and paying off that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the surgeon had told me like even before surgery, like they go through a checklist of things with you in the back, making sure you didn't eat after a certain time. There was some antibacterial soap I had to scrub down with because when I came out of surgery, I remember being orange because there's something that they wipe you down with
Yeah, that
during surgery.
yeah.
So
It's a very certain smell to that shit too.
yeah, and as soon as you get out of surgery, they wipe that shit off of you. I don't know what the fuck it is, but that and like while they was going with the checklist, did everything clear with the insurance? I remember him specifically asking like everybody getting paid, right?
Dog, you remember
Okay.
what I can't think of the name of this movie though. it was with Forrest Whitaker and somebody else. But basically, you'll get like a kidney or some shit, and if you don't make your payments, they will come and get it from you. And when I say come get it, like they will cut it out you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I can't remember the name of the fucking movie, but him and it was another famous white actor, but they will come and get you for your shit. It's like, yeah, you got the money though, because we tired of repo men for body parts. Like we need that heart back. We need them eyes back. Like,
and I ain't opposed to that. Hey, this shit going for some money. But what you been up to, Jay? How was your week?
Shit, man, it's been
hold on before you go. Cass up by 2 scores, fourth quarter.
Okay. Cass winning. You feel me? I've been preparing some stuff for Mike's brother passed, so his services is coming up. So I've been helping deal with the family and getting some stuff together for them for his the presentation. Yeah. And it's just been a lot of people in my immediate circle have just been going through a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And trying to be there for everybody, trying to work kicking my ass this week, but just trying to be aware because I've realized that I be in autopilot a lot, you know what I'm saying? And like I'm not always present. I'm everywhere, I'm doing things, but I'm like I don't feel like I'm always like present, and I need to get better with that. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta add something new to your routine, bro, or it feel like Groundhog's Day. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Legit. With bro, the stuff I eat, like I eat the same thing every week. It just be a different day, type of stuff. So you just gotta add something else to your routine. The smallest thing, change it. You know what I'm saying? But I know exactly what you mean though about feeling present.
What's going up with you, man?
Oh man, I've been preparing myself to become a public speaker. You know what I'm saying? So I've been taking the necessary steps and going to seminars and things of that nature. And then I don't know if y'all know, but me and bro did get the coaching jobs over at Summit Academy North at the middle school. So
congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We've been going to summer workouts. It's a couple of our players who practicing with the high schoolers and conditioning with them. And then Sunday, we actually going to a coaching clinic through the Motor City Cruise, and we go learn some stuff there, because one of my goals is to coach professional basketball somewhere in the world. And I don't got to be a head coach or whatever, but somewhere in the world before it's all said and done with me, I will coach some form of professional basketball. I'm aiming for the Middle East because they spending the most money. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go over there and coach middle school basketball. You feel what I'm saying? 3 months a year.
Stay out the Middle East, my nigga.
You think so?
It's not safe for right now. Stay out the Middle East. And in the future, it's probably going to get worse.
You think so?
For sure. Go somewhere in Europe, though.
Well, anywhere. I'll go anywhere because I'm not afraid. I mean, not afraid, but like I've opened up my thought process to the universe. Like I'll coach anywhere in the world. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not up for us in the Middle East for sure. But
I got a good partner of mine that coaches on the collegiate level. He coaches at Rutgers.
Okay, that's what's up. Plug us in, man, because I'm just putting myself in them circles. You know what I'm saying? Just putting myself. It's actually a women's basket. It's a league that just started. They got the Detroit Shock back. It's called the Women's Basketball League.
I'm familiar.
Huh?
Don't a black man on that?
Yeah, that's a young black dude. So they got some games in December somewhere out here in the area. I'm gonna go check that out. I'm just submersing myself in that. Then, as far as the public speaking, I just been going to different seminars and stuff, seeing where I fit in the marketplace.
Listen, public speaking.
Are you doing motivational speaking or just public speaking?
Inspirational speaking, but you know what I'm saying. So I could speak.
What I recommend for you is to enroll in Toastmasters.
Toastmasters.
Yeah, it's a public speaking group. So I did it. When I was working at the credit union, they paid for me to do it. All the leaders to do it. And there's meetings that happen. It's an international company. Like they literally go across the world. And right before our company basically bit the idea and did their own, Like I got my certificate, so like I'm officially a Toastmaster. Like you can put that shit on your resume. You feel me? Like
Right.
I'm officially a Toastmaster. But the whole thing is you go to these meetings or what have you, and you got to do 10 speeches, right? First one is like 1 to 2 minutes, then around second and third, like 3 to 4, and then like your final one has to be like a 10-minute speech. And they all are about different things. And inside those meetings, what happens is there's somebody who counts I's. They call them the Wizard of I's. They count I's, buts. Some work people have crutch words. You ever heard somebody freestyle and you know when they looking for a word because they always say they use that same
They trying to get you to speak without the fluff words.
Yeah, but Toastmasters helped. Now I'm thinking about it, but Toastmasters will get you right as far as
I'm gonna check it. I mean, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna make sure you send that to me because but yeah. So besides that, man, just architecting my new life. You know what I'm saying? Like last go round, I was engineering. You know what I'm saying? But like the architect looks over, the engineers do the work. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm just in the middle of architecting my new life. You know what I'm saying? Where I see myself and taking the proper steps to get there. You know what I'm saying? I apologize for Charlie barking during your intro. I tried to hit mute. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he a guard dog. He heard some noise.
It's cool. One thing that I appreciate about you and bro, because I remember listening to one of the shows that he set in on, I think it was like my first week out, and he was talking about the you all getting the job at the middle school and how you all are trying to set up not just necessarily coaching, but like more or less be a program. So like when the girls leave you, they're already ready to be integrated into the high school program, and
Right.
they kind of already know what to do, plays to run, things of that nature. And I think that's so important. I remember I played football very briefly at Cass, and one thing that I do remember is like at the time we were the only school where the JV and the varsity ran two different offenses, two different defensive schemes. And at that time, Cass was struggling a lot on the varsity end. We just weren't. We had a spell for about 2-3 years where we just weren't that good. And then they kind of changed that scheme around, like where the JV mimics the varsity. So when you take that next step up, you ready. You kind of know the defensive call. At least you're more familiar. I don't want to say you know it,
Right.
but
And
at least
that's
you're
what I
more
was saying
familiar
about.
with the scheme.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. A couple of our girls are working out with the high schoolers and all of that. So I just can't I envisioned this. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to just say like, oh no, we coaching because we was coaching in the junior NBA. But then one day I just walked inside the house and I told my daughter like, oh no, I'm taking it to the next level. And that was less than 6 months ago. And in that time frame, I gained certification and credentials in basketball. I actually have the credentials to coach basketball in any state in the United States because the MSHAA. I mean, that the organization, the Michigan High School
Michigan
Sports,
High School.
that's governed by a bigger association that govern every one of them in the country, and I got credentials through that. You know what I'm saying? And so basketball was really my first love. I can't say that about my brother because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that was something that I did without the influence of somebody else over me. It wasn't like I didn't even know my uncles was like stars in high school. I wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I was trying to follow in nobody's footsteps when I decided to play basketball. Because like with rap, my older cousin rapped, so I wanted to rap because he rapped. It just turns out I was good at it. You know what I'm saying? But basketball is something that I picked myself. So to be able to teach the game, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna be nothing better than beating coaches who was in the NBA or went to college or all of that stuff. I can't wait to start knocking them down.
The thing about leadership is, when you can lead people, you can lead people. Just because you was cold in the NBA,
exactly.
That don't mean that you're a good leader. That doesn't mean that you know how to connect, how to adapt your style, find different learning styles or whatever. So like much respect to former players who are coaches and everything like that. But knowing the X's and O's does not dictate whether you can get the best out of somebody. Can you motivate somebody? Can you help them or whatever? That's just not X and O's. And when I used to go like this, and then
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that's for you, my nigga, in '82.
Right.
But
Because like even in the summer when I was working at my job, I was working at a job at some midnights at a factory, and I used to always be like pacing back and forth. And then one day, one of my young homies like, "Dog, what is you doing?" I said, "Oh no, in my head, I'm walking on the sideline because I'm coaching." You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm calling plays, I'm seeing games, I'm putting myself there already. So now when I walk in there and do it, I've been here before. You know what I'm saying?
there's something to that, and I know that for a fact. When boxers are shadow boxing, I'm playing the entire fight out in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to go through this because this is how it's gonna happen. I'm gonna practice like I see it. Like
I see it. That's what it was. Like I'm seeing it. I'm calling plays. I'm looking at my brother on so you know what I'm saying. So they like, oh, you coach. So then I was talking about some defense because they were saying how one of my young boys play college ball. You know what I'm saying. So I had told them a defensive scheme I was working on. Hey, bro, they went back on 2K25 and used it. Like what I told them, and they came back calling me coach. Like, coach, they couldn't stop it on the game. I'm like, y'all got 5 niggas to go play basketball today. He like, oh no, on the 2K25, on the 2K25. So, but yeah, I'm just excited about that. The season started in January, so we be holding practices in December. You know what I'm saying? Get a taste of that. You know what I'm saying? And we just go bring our own style to the game though. Like far as because Summit got some good basketball. They got a good sports program overall because it's a charter school. You know what I'm saying? They got a great sports program overall. You know, so to even be a part of that, because when we telling other people that we coaching at Summit, like they light up. They're like, oh man, y'all at Summit, like you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah. So just I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
One thing I really admire about you and bro, and really appreciate about y'all. Admitted you all are to reinventing yourselves and reinventing different versions of yourself. When I first met y'all, it was a completely different version 5, 6 years ago than, or even longer than that when I come to look at it. But y'all was a completely different version of yourselves than y'all are today. Now it's award-winning authors, producers, and now the next notch on the accomplishment of be coaching. So, I look forward to seeing y'all patrolling the sidelines, man.
Man, yeah, thanks, man. Get you out there, get you to see, you know what I'm saying, come see a game in person, man. I just about reinventing ourselves though, man.
Shit. You know what? Hell yeah. Let me know, man. I'm gonna I'll take some pictures at the game. I'm trying to get into my sports photography bag. I know y'all team will love some dope pictures of themselves doing some shit.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. We got our own ideas because we're actually a part of somebody else's system at this point. You know what I'm saying? We got our own ideas because of what the game is becoming. Like in reality, my name Coach Showtime, and Antoine is Coach Action because you give them action, you give them Showtime. That's a good event. You know what I'm saying? So we actually building our coaching profiles too because in a little while, coaches gonna be getting that NIL money. You know what I'm saying? And I got my own name, image, and like I came through the doors, Coach Showtime. Like when Dog gave us the jobs, when the athletic director, when we signed the paperwork for the jobs and stuff, I told him, hey, bro, I'm going to thank you in my Hall of Fame speech and my retirement speech, bro. I'm going to thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because you gave us the opportunity. So you know what I'm saying? Like my vision is I started at the bottom, bro. I started coaching 5 and 6 year olds on the little rims. you know what I'm saying? And if I could coach them, the more and more you know about that's how I know I could coach professional though, because the more and more you know about the game, the easier it'll be for me to coach you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a championship coach. Me and my baby won one together. You know what I'm saying? I got the trophies and all that to prove it. Me and my baby won one together. So I'll bring her in there. Are any of y'all champions know what this one is? And guess who coached her?
That's hilarious. Hey, listen, man, switching gears, dog. Probably about a year and a half ago, me and Dame went viral. You know what I'm saying? Remember, dog had us, me, you, and Chuck, and like we was viral everywhere. Remember, Officer Tatum had the motherfucking arrows pointing to us like leftist shields. So they was just going crazy with all.
They was dogging us real bad.
That was dogging us real bad, man. And like, what's so funny is like all the black people, nobody knew about this shit because this was on like white and white wing, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube shit. So like the niggas ain't know what the fuck was going on. But I never liked that shit. You feel me? Because I didn't like how a nigga took my name, my image, and my likeness and posted it as a screen grab and put it like an arrow pointing to me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like that shit. I was
Stupid fascists.
Yeah, like I didn't like that shit. So look what I came across today, dog. Man, this shit is fucking hilarious, dog. Now, after I play this short video, we can discuss what you think I should do, or Dane, what we think we should do, or do we do nothing?
Okay.
Play the video.
Look at this.
I cried for my wife.
Really?
I just wouldn't.
What if your kid died?
And that's a different thing. I mean, I would try not to cry for my wife if my kid
To be
died.
like the support.
No, yeah, I'm her foundation. I'm her strong point.
This motherfucker tough, ain't he? He said he'll never cry in front of his wife. And if his kids die, he gonna try not to cry then, goddamn, show her how tough he is. He the foundation.
I cry on my own, but if everything is going south, I want my wife to know I'm strong in that situation, and I can be. I don't have to cry.
Now this him when Charlie Kirk died.
The restraint that Officer Tatum is showcasing right now, every Christian in this nation can relate to, because this is the type of suffering that we have to suffer with Christ.
I'm just gonna pause it right now and talk a little bit so niggas don't think that we taking that whole content and just playing it over on our pod. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no smoke. But this nigga's crying after he said he would not cry if his wife died, and he would not cry if his kids died. So we'll continue.
Wait a minute. So this the dude who
Yes.
y'all went viral on?
Yeah, this the nigga.
The officer who cried.
Yeah.
Okay.
In such a tragic time like this, we still have to operate in peace and have to honor the word.
He sure is crying now. I don't know if your wife watching, but everybody else is. Damn, this subject say he wouldn't cry if his kids died. But this Charlie Kirk shit was just too much for him. Boy. Motherfuckers will cry over that motherfucker master before they cry over their children. At least he doing that man crying. He ain't snotting going on. Be fucked up if he was snotting. Nigga, you snot crying for that motherfucker? Huh? Charlie Kirk's wife didn't snot cry for his ass. Boy, you must be close to turning point. You must be one of them. Super cool. I know you was at Charlie Kirk's funeral crying like a motherfucker. Had the Turning Point USA shirt on and everything.
So I was not invited to any of the Turning Point faith events, which I'm one of the biggest Christians in the movement right now.
I think you're using the wrong C word. You mean cool. Wait a minute. So you ain't get to go? You snot crying for that motherfucker and they still goddamn blackballs your ass. Get it? Blackball.
That stand up for Jesus Christ on every platform that I've ever been on. But I didn't cry.
No, you whining now. Ever since I've been doing this, I've been getting versed in the kingdom. And like I told y'all, there's a lot of them motherfuckers. And he's one of them. They call him Officer Tatum.
I'm just gonna stop right there because I think that's about enough. Now, would I be petty if I use him crying, turn him to a meme, and like try to go viral and put like an arrow like
Whose man's is this?
Yeah, far right man sheds tears crying over a man before he'll cry over his dead babies. And of course his babies are not dead, but like you know how niggas do when they write titles and headlines when it came to us. You feel me? Like I can make up some.
Well, I'm saying, are you asking like should you be the bigger person? Like I'm trying to like what
well,
you
I think
Joey Rowe, what we talking about?
I think that shit funny, and it was just a creative way for me to talk about.
Dog, listen. I get that dog. Just for the simple fact though, because you tried to turn us into something like, you know what I'm saying? In y'all world. And y'all, he said he wanted the biggest Christians in the movement. What movement, nigga? What is you the hit the lick for the month? Like what movement? What Christian movement is officer? You feel me? Yeah, I get at him.
You know, the Lord fixed.
Because you might end up on the show debating them. You feel me? Like I get at him. Because what goes around comes around, bro.
So
the Lord fixed and repaired my heart, but there is still a speckle of petty left there. And I don't like niggas turned us upside down without knowing anything really about the show. They saw one piece of a conversation with us and Chuck and came up with their own
narratives.
Yeah, so this is not even us this is a narrative that you painted. So no, I think we should turn it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. I think we should turn the pistol around.
That should just be so fun. It's so funny to me, dog, because you know, I'm like do for self. I'm not I'll be like, yo, we ain't about to be no motherfucking victims and all the other shit. The whole 9 yards, cool. It's nothing another nigga can't do that I can't do. Great. But then sometimes it do just be the fact that you not one of them. You feel me? Like, I'm one of the biggest Christians. What the fuck? Sorry for the language. What does one of the biggest Christians mean? You
Maybe
seem like
movement.
In the movement.
You using your quote unquote faith, which I don't, your quote unquote faith as a marketing tool. I'm one of the biggest Christians out here.
Hey, pause that for a second though, man. Let me shout out Jabari grooming, man, because he got my beard looking right, dog. Hey, Dave, do you got some of this?
It's time for me to re-up. It's time,
bro.
For me
You
to
gotta
re-up,
get. Listen, this got my beard feeling the best that it's ever felt, bro. Like, get you some of this because you said you was growing your beard out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not. So, not to stave off of the subject too tough, but when I went to the hospital, I did a lot of reading, and it said that you haven't committed to anything unless you do it for at least 6 months. I've never grown my beard out for at least 6 months, so I'm committing to it. I do got some shea butter, I got some body wash, but I don't have no beard products. So,
Listen,
I'll be making an order
soon.
soon.
Supreme products with me all the time. Like, I really do, and I re-up from the black soap body wash to
the black soaps. The black soap. The only thing that any black soap, it'll stay in the bottom of your tub.
Yeah,
I gotta get the black tub.
It ain't never stained my shit.
Yeah, I gotta get the black tub.
Listen,
you got that hard water out there.
I got so much fucking
me too. I don't grab shit for days. Yeah, I can go.
Nigga, but, I got so much. I got 2 here. I got 1 in my bathroom. I got 1 in my locker at work, and I got 1 in the car. Nigga, I put this shit on every single day, dog. Shout out to Ascend Supreme Products.
Jabari grooming, you know what I'm saying?
Jabari
grooming, my bad, Jabari.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to say that because I'm looking like, he really about to grow his beard out. Like, yeah.
Matter of fact, since we doing all the plug, shout out to A Game Waves. That's another product of his. You feel me? A Game Waves. Maybe you can brush your beard, Dame. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be brushing waves soon.
Dame, I'm gonna grow my beard back with you, dog. In solidarity. You know what I'm saying?
And you see what I got going on. So yeah, that's solidarity. We go rock it out.
So can I share with y'all something? And I don't want to sound too crazy. But I told y'all while I was in the hospital, I was having these.
Cast won 35-19. Y'all the champions.
CT fired up, second to none. The only HBCU high school in the city of Detroit. So really, one night in the hospital, I had a very wild dream, and in that dream, a voice told me to grow my beard until I look like Jesus. And I know, maybe it was the drugs, maybe it's just me being in a crazy place, but I took that dream to heart, and I'm going to continue to grow this beard until, the Lord tells me to stop. So
yeah, that's what I told myself. Like, yeah, I'm gonna keep my beard I'm gonna let this grow. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna let it grow. You know,
A lion never cuts his mane.
yeah, a
I'm a
lion don't got
lion.
clippers either. So
A lion don't got what?
clippers.
Like, how you gonna cut his hair, man?
Yeah, like what is he gonna use?
I mean, that shit that sound good. Yeah,
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, who told you that? Who told you that, Dave? Who told you that?
Hey man, I thought it was a bar. I thought it was a bar when I came up with it.
It sounds good. I can't front.
So I'm taking Charlie to the groomer Sunday, and I'm gonna tell him to make him look like a lion.
Yo, this is my cannabis bar because it's the cannabis bar for every occasion. Niggas, I'd rather be a lion for a day than a lamb who lives forever. And I think about that shit all the time. What would you do? Would you rather be a lion for a day or a lamb who lives forever?
Well, I've been in a tarot recently, and the lamb ain't what people think, so I might go lamb. As long as
what recently?
Tarot. I've been listening to like tarot readers and stuff.
Why?
Huh?
Not why. I don't.
Bro, just switching my algorithm, bro. Just switch. Listen. I've listened to all the drug tales I can listen to. I've heard all the basketball stories I can hear. I've heard, you know what I'm saying? I just got to get to something I started listening because I knew nothing about none of it. And I just wanted to hear.
I got a question for the listener. Random shit. You know what I'm saying? All the time. My algorithm on YouTube is different. You feel me? I watch all type of interesting things. Would the audience be interested in what I'm interested in? Like if I did a online or share my screen, like, yo, this is what I'm watching this week or whatever, and like gave links to, I've been watching some AI killer robot shit. Do you think that what the audience?
I think this week in culture audience would be more subjective into watching stuff that you watch because they already trust your opinions on stuff that they watch.
That's scripted TV, but niggas don't.
No. I'm saying, but they trust your opinion though, so they already.
Like, the reason I take that and I receive that, and thank you. The reason I bring it here is because niggas send me shit all day, every day during the week that they think that I'll be interested in and shit like that because of what I talk about on here, or be like, hey, you mentioned this. Have you ever seen this? Or blah blah blah. And I don't know. Y'all let me know.
Yeah. I mean, because you done sent me a bunch of interesting shit like that, like the Toro shit though. I went down a rabbit hole and it jumped in my algorithm. Like you know how that go. You literally got to erase your history and restart your YouTube algorithm. I do it every 45 days.
Man, just search kittens on YouTube. Watch some cat videos, man. They play your shit out.
You know what? What?
Your voice with your mic.
Your voice sound muffled.
Cats are deathly afraid of cucumbers.
Never knew that.
I know. Look, let me show y'all niggas.
If this is the type of shit you watching, I'm not interested.
These motherfuckers is definitely afraid of cucumbers, dog. So look, man, I'm just gonna put cats.
I seen a cat choke slam a pit bull on the video.
I didn't even get a chance to finish typing the word "afraid of cucumbers." We just gonna pick up a random video.
You watched this random video. Jay, like this the good one.
All right, boom. This is why are they afraid of this motherfucker? Don't even see it there.
Man,
who would have knew? I don't understand it.
It must smell a certain way. It must smell a certain way.
Got to.
It's not that they smell it. They looking at it and going crazy.
No, but you know that looks insane that they flying through the air. They flying through the air.
That's how afraid of shit is. That's insane. I don't know why. But this will clean your algorithm because then it'll start trying to show you shit like that. You feel me? You gotta clean your other algorithm.
So I will say this, twin, because you was talking about cleaning the algorithm. You know, me and Jay share the Shop Talk page, and there's a lot of ass and tittying going on
It ain't
on
nothing
the
but ass and titties over there, nigga.
on
That's
on
your
the
doing.
on the Shop Talk page. And then I realized like my Twitter looked the same way. But like a lot of times I will find myself up at very odd times in the night. And the first thing when I open up Twitter, I don't always need to see an open asshole at 2 o'clock in the morning on Twitter. Like sometimes I want to see like rousing conversation, see what my friends talking about, see what's going on in the world, not you trying to stuff a cucumber up your butthole. And I need to cleanse my algorithm as well because like the shit was
Hey, listen, man. If I watch one more mini documentary about basically New Orleans niggas, like, like I feel like I know what's going on, and I don't want to know none of this. Like, I don't want to know.
But you are so. It's one of these things. Is like, is your algorithm that way? Did you set the algorithm that way, or did somebody make you get into that shit?
I started watching, like, you know how the shit just recommend and you get
That's what I'm saying. Somebody recommended it to you because I kind of knew that you like. It be some random shit that'll pop up on recommendation. I'd be like, "Why is this there?" And I won't look at it. But if you do, then they're gonna send another one. It's gonna send another.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I got to delete my history.
They trying to inject stuff.
Why is confetti falling? Whoa, what's going on over here?
They didn't input something new in J algorithm.
Did you just see that?
It's raining and
fireworks. What did this turn into?
Huh? Oh, I forgot. I'm on my Mac. So when you do that on FaceTime or anything, it'll do that.
Oh.
I said I'm on a Mac. You on your phone.
They both Apple products. I figured.
But you can do that on the FaceTime on your phone if you do like this, hearts will pop up.
Yeah, my daughter was doing that, and I didn't know how the fuck she was doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was see, that's why we on YouTube with it and everybody can see what the fuck happened. So they're like, what?
Very interesting. You learn something new every day.
Dame, did you get a chance to check out the mayoral debate?
I was home and I was able to watch the debate. Yes.
What was your thoughts on the debate?
No, hold on, let me ask you this before you tell us your thoughts. Did you have a solid person that you were voting for before the debate? Like, were you already, or
I was already pretty much leaning towards Mary Sheffield. Okay. I did want to see what Ken Locke had to say, and I think a lot of it fell flat. I felt like I was in a Sunday service, how he delivered his responses. There was not a lot of substance behind some of his responses. And when he talked about being open towards the fucking
they asked him would he be open to receiving federal funds to help with ICE and such, aka, you know how Donald Trump doing this shit.
Yes.
He was like, he's like, I don't know martial law type stuff, but yes, I'll be open to blah, blah, blah.
And I felt that answer for me fell flat. And
but listen though, because I seen people talking about that, right? And like y'all two Detroit residents, right? Like, why are
I'm
people...
just a Detroit resident. Jason does not vote or reside in Detroit. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You don't know what my actual
voting. Yeah, we don't know what is
say.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Where I live, what my driver's license say is two different things.
We know that you're not a Detroit resident. I'll say that.
Okay,
now,
so why
go
would
ahead.
you? Yeah. I'm saying, why are black people in Detroit so against cleaning up the neighborhoods until somebody die in their neighborhood and they want somebody to come clean up the neighborhoods, bro? Like, that response has nothing to do with Trump. Like, people is trying to make it like it's a Trump issue. He's cleaning up these crime-ridden cities. Like, There's killings going on by kids. The local police cannot handle this. We need to stop this. Why are people so against it?
I will say this because of how it's framed, but I have seen some people in DC and some of the areas where the National Guard has been deployed. And she was like, nigga, I ain't seen a nigga get murdered in 2 weeks. And then she turned the camera on like, my daughters are out here playing in the front yard, and this is the first time she was in Memphis. I've been living here for 5 years. I moved here for 5 years. This is the first time she ever been out here to play. I think it's a Band-Aid fix, and that's not a long-term solution. But there are people who are happy that they can go outside because everybody don't want to get into it with the National Guard. Like because
we're going to shoot you, we're going to kill you, and it's going to be that simple. That's why they don't want it. But like, people are actually encouraging these young fellas. Like when they were saying they was going to Chicago, the National Guard ain't ready for them YNs. Are y'all crazy? Do you know how stupid you sound saying the National Guard
is more than ready for them niggas?
But what I will say this, though I do appreciate, and I would like crime to be off the streets and these YNs and all that shit to be gone. I'm never about to advocate for a militarized police force roaming our streets and our neighborhoods. That's not what I'm going to be about, right? Because I don't want a military state outside of my home because, all right, when we come out here, we helping you, and then the next term is you who we changing behavior. I'm never voting for that.
But look though, that's not nobody's logical argument. That's not nobody's logical argument.
Well, I think that's what people think that's gonna happen ultimately, because I feel like the nigga been trying to get some martial law shit for people have been for a long time. We got to create a civil unrest, and the more we keep agitating, shit gonna kick off. Cool, maybe, but I will say this. To your point, I think both of y'all points, his shit fell on flat deaf ears for me. I've never been to one of them churches and never heard him speak. I never heard him speak publicly, really, until this one. I was unimpressed. I thought he was a little sassy, not like sassy. You know what I'm saying? But I thought he was like a real argumentative. And he sounded unpolished. He sounded kind of ghetto for some of the things, you know what I'm saying? And it was like a bunch of, well, if I was the mayor, I would do this, but like no kind of plan of action of how to do that because you don't know how to do it. And I get it, but this not the time where we put a novice in there after the quote unquote progress that we've done. Now, this not the time you can't learn on the job right now. Your time to learn on the job was a long time ago. But his whole thing was, Detroit got $5 billion or some shit like that, and all the money was spent in the downtown areas. What about the neighborhoods? The people in the neighborhoods need to feel they need good stuff and roof repairs and loans and shit like this. And I've been seeing people comment back and forth. Listen, it don't cost no money, $0 for you to clean up your current house. To get the trash off your current house, to mow the lawn at your current house, not to be littering at your current house, because if your shit look toe up and dilapidated or this toe up and dirty, ain't no amount of money can fix that, because we're going to make it look pretty. We'll give you a bunch of money and it's going to look just like that a year and a half later.
Right. Because people looking for a savior, man. That's
Say yourself. Now, I'm not trying to say that all the money needs to be put somewhere else, but have you ever been to any other major city? That's where it starts. If we got to start somewhere, and to bring businesses in. Is that a great idea for the people who wanted to do it? The black people wanted to do everything that's going on downtown a long time ago, and they weren't allowed to. Like, nope, we're not selling you this fucking building. Or we're going to raise the rent. Like, niggas could have opened restaurants 20 years ago. They weren't allowed to. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm just anxious to see the progress. I mean, I'm not a city nigga, so I'm just looking. I'm in the peanut gallery. But I will say that under the leadership of Mike Duggan, Detroit has seemed to it it seemed to prosper. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to see whoever get in there where they take it from here.
And niggas be capping. When niggas go out to Mexico, them motherfuckers go to a fucking resort.
Resort,
When niggas go to Jamaica, they go to a fucking resort.
Hey,
when
listen,
they go
man.
to Chicago, they go downtown. When they go to Miami, they on Miami Beach. Niggas do not be in the motherfucking projects.
And you shouldn't be. You shouldn't, like, bro, I'm not going out of town to go to somebody. I don't go to the projects where I'm from, bro.
I don't want to go to I feel you. I don't want to go to O Block when I'm in Chicago. I don't need to see it.
Yeah,
I don't need to validate it.
Yeah, it's there.
I think that shit happens is in California because all that shit look like sunshines and rainbows, and you don't even know that you're in the wrong neighborhood.
Hey, listen, bro, I was in Compton in the neighborhood called the Farms, and it's called the Farms because behind their houses they got farms with horses, and they steal some gangbanging wild niggas, but they from the farms. And this is Compton, and it's sunny outside, and it's palm trees, and it look good to us. For sure, it's gonna look like we in Southfield or we in Farmington, or you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily the West Side or whatever. So you go think shit sweet, and you go find out real quick that it's not. But like when I was in New Orleans decades ago, I did go to the Magnolia. I did go to the Calio projects, but I was 18, 19 years old, and I pumped off the music. Yeah. And I want to see what they talking about. But as a 43-year-old grown man, I would never do that.
You know what I used to hear a lot is, man, our downtown whack. Our shit ain't nothing like Chicago. Man, our downtown weak. It ain't nothing like New York City. Now we got one of the best river walks.
The best. It was the best in the nation. Yeah.
And it's like, I get it, man. You got to start somewhere. And
okay, you see, this is what I don't under. This is when I hear people say downtown ain't the same. Like, there's no criminal element. You're not gonna go down there and act a fool. No, it's not the same.
Still,
no, they are. But
they used to be my running joke. Make downtown dangerous again. Downtown should never be dangerous. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when I went to Cass Quarter was fucked up. There was nothing down. I could ride downtown and there was nothing. I go to the Renaissance Center to watch a movie, get something to eat, but like downtown offered nothing. Now, as a grown man, like you say, 20, 25 years later, I can go downtown, have a nice evening with a young woman.
Jump on one of them e-scooties.
Yeah, we have a nice dinner. We go see a show. We can go to Little Caesars Arena, watch a game. Downtown has a lot more to offer, and it should be that way. There shouldn't be a dangerous or criminal element. And yes, when you fighting and acting a nut downtown, they should throw the fucking book at your dumb ass. Like, downtown should be safe. That's the thing that we are highlighting. Yes, I believe neighborhoods should look nice and should be free of blight. But like, shit, start a block club. You know what I'm saying? Like, do for self. Nobody is coming to save the neighborhood. You live in your neighborhood. Like, nigga, all these, I was reading one thing when I was in the hospital, I was reading, you can adopt one of these lots. You can get the city to sponsor you money to open up a community garden. Like, nigga, do something in your neighborhood to make it better, because nobody else is going to do that shit.
Because you live there. I don't live there. I take care of my neighborhood. My neighborhood, you're not littering in my shit. You're not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that should be your incentive. And that should be your incentive to do so. Like Jay said, it don't cost nothing to go outside. You see the trash in between your bushes, pick that shit up. You see the dog shit on your lawn, scoop that shit up. You know, that doesn't cost a thing. If we have more pride and integrity in where we live at, we'll see our own property value go up, because everybody in the neighborhood cares about their house. Instead of dumping tires in the open field, like, nigga, plant some
and if
college.
I see you dumping tires in the open field, I'm reporting you.
Listen, man, I see on Crime and D all the time where the police will come by and ticket vehicles and house because they got multiple cars like on their front yard. You know what I'm saying? In the front yard. Well, this is because you can't do that shit no more, my nigga. You fucking up the neighborhood, right? But like, when we try when powers that be are trying to get rid of blight and trying to do things, then you complain that y'all ain't got better to do. Y'all should be out there trying to find raper, murderer. Like, nigga, them beat cops. They not beat cops don't solve murders. Like they do this type of shit. I don't know, man.
People like it's just not just Detroit, but like niggas act like they want everything to be the neighborhood to be dangerous. Like, bro, don't your grandma live on that street?
And maybe niggas wouldn't feel safe robbing and raping in your neighborhood if they knew people could see over the grass and see what the fuck they doing. Or if niggas could see that they can't toss a pistol behind the yard that's got nine fucking Escalades stripped down in the backyard. Like, we gotta police our own shit. We should make it feel safe. When I grew up, and even though I grew up in Rosedale Park, we had a fucking block club. Men got out and patrolled the streets. My father and a couple niggas a couple other men in the neighborhood, they patrolled the neighborhood. They made sure that we kept a certain level of
security.
Safety.
Yeah, my mama could walk in the house with her purse and her groceries at 9 o'clock at night, and I'm not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? But I just
everybody cut their grass.
So who fucked this up? Was it us or the generation right before us?
It was a combination of both. It was a combination of both because the generation
can't blame it on the generation before us no more.
No.
Before us, I'm like my brother,
your older brother type of niggas,
like my older brother type shit.
Yeah. That's his older brother is the generation
People
before
born in between 75 and 80, and then we 80s babies. But like the people who born in 75, like they children was grown before we could have had a grown children.
I don't want to blame. Maybe they should have took more pride, yes. But at this point, like we the adults, what they didn't do, I can't.
We the grandparents.
No, but we're the adults. But our generation is the first generation that's actually unlearning everything that we thought to be right. And through unlearning, bro, that process of unlearning, it's a period of time where you don't know what to learn because you questioning everything you learn because of what you unlearning. You feel what I'm saying? So we that first generation of unlearners.
Dame, you've been out of high school 26 years. I've been out of high school 25 years.
25, yeah.
SJ 25. So when we left high school, there's people, friends of mine had babies right after high school. Them kids is 25 years old. Their kids is grown, right?
I mean, my son 22.
Right. So those kids is grown, and their children who are 14, 15, 16, whatever, who out here wilding the fuck out. Our age group is their parents. Like, we dropped the ball.
Well, single mother households produce the worst individuals.
Why you got a single mother household? Because there's a lot of niggas who just be out. They don't.
Yeah. But that's statistics say, but we don't know that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Statistics say, right? You right. But like, I know a bunch of niggas who have babies. I don't never see them niggas with their children.
Yeah, I don't know no niggas like that though, bro. Like in I know of, but like I don't know, like since I known people who were having kids, they all tried to be a part of were a part of their kids. Like I even got a brother, a older guy brother that was a single father. That my niece used to be with him during the day and during the week and all that. So I seen it work. You know what I'm saying? But overall, our generation was brainwashed, and some of us still brainwashed, some of us not. And that's where I feel like it was a combination of both generations. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who like, imagine if you believed in the shit that you thought was the truth when you was 20 years old, bro. Some people still believe in that shit. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Huh?
Some people should.
No, that's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But just imagine still having the same thought process as the 20-year-old.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. Because like we got, like there's this whole thing around like, yo, what's the worst advice you got? to get a job, go to college, get a job, and retire at such and such. No, nigga, that's great advice, dog. I know it ain't sexy, it ain't fun. It's great advice, my nigga. Your parent did not give you bad advice if they told you to go to college.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that because, like, I don't know if people know, but when you a real entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's harder than a 9-to-5 because that's a 24-hour 365. And I don't know if any of y'all listening or watching ever actually started a business and went broke because all y'all bosses out there, why none of y'all bosses tell people that the boss get paid last if they get paid and the boss is responsible for everybody he's the boss of? See, I don't want to be responsible to know that dang kids might not eat, or if I don't, like, it's between his kids eating and me eating. I don't want that type of responsibility because I'm the boss. I don't want to look at the invoices and realize that after I paid everybody, I'm still $2,000 in the hole because
I never got a chance to pay myself for working in the studio.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want that. Right. So getting a job, going to retire, having health insurance and all of that, that's great advice. Like, if you get the right job, everything is your sweet spot. Everything is just the sweet spot for you because everybody is going to tell you something different. I know people who do the truck end and all of that and they love it and blah, blah, blah. And I know people who do it and can't wait to get out of it. And then everybody got to find their sweet spot in whatever they do. We know rappers who people never heard of who killing them. And we know rappers who ain't making a dime and it ain't got nothing to do with talent. It's just they didn't find their sweet spot. And if I could give anybody some advice, it would be find your sweet spot. And don't worry about nobody else.
That's the best advice that you could give because, I remember vividly, I had an uncle that worked at the plant when I was graduating high school. He said, nephew, come on down here to Chrysler. I get you a cushy job at the plant. You work 30 years, you'll be out of here. He was like, he just drive. He said he drive the trucks from the end of the line to the parking lot, take the shuttle, come back around, do the same thing again. That's all he do for 8-10 hours a day. And to me, that shit just sounded like a trap. Like, I don't want to be in the plant for 30 years. But for somebody else, I got a partner of mine that started working at American Axle when we was in 12th grade. Like, that nigga would work midnight shift, come to work in the morning, sleep at lunchtime, go back to work at night, and did that shit all the way till we graduated and retired from the plant. You just got to find what works for you.
White dude came into the gig a couple of months ago. That's what he do. He drive the car from the cars come off the line, whatever. He drive them from this lot to that lot all day. He said, man, I get paid like almost $75 an hour just to drive these cars. And he says a finite amount of cars. Like to me to move 68 cars a day from this lot to that lot. That's it. Nigga, I do.
Yo, man, I don't mean to cut you off, but I gotta wake up in the morning at 5. So
man, we appreciate you niggas tapping in.
Yeah, it was a pleasure seeing you, bro. I was a little worried when he called and asked me would I do it, you know what I'm saying? Because we wasn't clear on what was going on. But
I was a little worried too. It's good to see you, man, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the flesh soon. I didn't get a chance to really tell y'all and express, but like y'all coming out for dinner, knowing that I have the support system, seeing and knowing my support system is really out there, really exists in a way that I didn't even know how strong and powerful was, is humbling. And I'm glad to call you my brother. I love you, man.
Love you too, bro. And like we rocking these beers. Let's see whoever cut that. Listen. Whoever cut that joint first, oh, the other one a couple hundred.
A couple hundred? Yeah.
No, it's gonna be other. You got to give him 100. You got to give him 100. You know what I'm saying? So I'm locked in. So okay, let's say 50 a piece.
Okay, that's more reasonable.
I had to shoot one of them before I get y'all.
All right, man. I love you, boys, man. Appreciate you all having me, man.
Man, be safe.
Kick me out the studio, Jay. So I'll best luck up.
Shut that dog up.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
You sound real mumble, Jay. I don't know if it's how you sitting or that mic.
Oh, can you hear me clear now?
Yeah.
All right, bet. So, when this whole election stuff started, I wasn't sold on Mary, not because like I had bad feelings about her or anything like that. I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, man, is she gonna be able to make the deals with all these corporations and stuff like that? I just didn't know. So I was curious to find out. And I've been watching the campaigns and hearing them speak, and she just more polished, man, at like doing the stuff, knowing how it works. And I just don't know what Kinlock could do, and I'm not willing to find out for a novice to get in there and try
I'm
to
like
figure
you.
out.
This ain't the type of job you come to with on the job training. Mary has at least been involved in Detroit politics for the better part of a decade, city council, other initiatives.
On the
And
city
I can
council for 12 years.
Yeah. So I mean, that's something that's something substantial that I can believe in and get behind. I think she's made a clear-cut path to be the next mayor of Detroit, and I'm excited to see what she may bring and what she may do for the city. This is my hometown. I'll probably spend the rest of my life here. I'll probably die in the city. And I just want my city to be beautiful. I want it to be a safe place for my family, for my future family, if they decide to plant their roots here. And I just want to see Detroit be beautiful.
And I pray whoever wins, I pray they do a good job, man, in that because they need it, right? And I
Yeah.
do like the idea of somebody who was born and raised in the city of Detroit, who has strong ties to the community. Both of them have that, and wanting to lead the city in a better light. Did you ever get a chance to watch the interview with Kwame and Zeke?
No, I can't say I did, man. I didn't watch a whole hell of a lot of television in the hospital, man. I spent a lot of time, sleep, praying. I did a lot of writing and reflecting, but I can't say I watched a lot of television or social media during that time.
I'm gonna send you the link to the video, man. It was a wonderful conversation. I wouldn't want to sit down with Kwame for
I heard you talk about with Mr. Summerall that Zeke really asks a lot of the questions and things that you would want to ask Kwame. I did see a few clips where he talked about Tamara Green, there being no trace of a party at the Manugian. Shit like that is, shit that I'm interested in too. And I saw where he did speak about that. Uh, I still would love to sit down and just let him talk,
yeah.
not even just have a conversation and just like let Kwame just go for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and say whatever it is that he want to say.
Man, it was a
So
great discussion, man. And shit, I gotta give it up when people do a good job. You know what I'm saying? That was a really good conversation, really good interview. Questions were on point. I enjoyed
and
that
Zeke
shit.
didn't pull no punches. Zeke, from
No,
what I hear, didn't pull any punches with the interview. Again, I haven't had the chance to watch it fully, so shoot that over to me because
yeah,
I got some time tomorrow and I'll be able to watch it.
yeah. Man, I think that was pretty much it, man. You got a chance to listen to any kind of music, in the last couple of days, weeks?
So people have been sending me a lot of music, and today one of my good homies sent me something that kind of piqued my interest. It was by Ty Ferris and Apollo Brown, and the name of the song is Flawless Victory. Apparently, they are working on a collaborative album together. I love Apollo Brown on the beats. Ty Ferris is one of the most underrated MCs I feel from Detroit. But Flawless Victory is the name of the song. And yeah, it's going to be my music pick of the week. It's already on the playlist.
Bet it up. Whose man's is this? I don't have a whose man's is this. I can make it Trump because that nigga just be wilding. That nigga dropping F-bombs and shit. Like, that nigga's out of control, dog. But I don't really have a whose man's is this week because I really wasn't looking for it, and it ain't really come across my desk. That Trump video was crazy. He's like, they didn't want to fuck around with the America.
When you're the president, you can say what you want.
I guess. This shit just crazy, dog. Like, I be feeling like, yo, this can't be real sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get to a point where I don't want to develop like some sort of apathy where you just don't care no more.
It's the cynicism. It's the cynicism behind it, because some of this shit does feel like watching TV. Like literally, I didn't watch a lot of television for about a week. I mentioned to you I watched Sports Center on a loop some nights, but I didn't watch a lot of television for a week. And then diving back in to social media and TV, all of this shit feels like AI. Even the shit that's real feels like it's a fallacy. And we are in scary times that we have in waters that we have never tread before.
Nigga, speaking of AI, I got hit with the AI bug. I made 75 AI videos, at least 75 AI videos. And I'm a creative nigga, right? Some of this shit looks so fucking real. Niggas gotta be worried, dog. Because I created some real shit, and if I didn't tell you it was real, it's simple. What I created, you be like, yeah.
Dog, I know D Rick, 6 a.m. They're still promoting work on Sunday. D Rick dropped a video, and I was like, damn, this nigga Rick been in the gym working out. He looked like he had lost so much weight. It took me 4 or 5 times to watch the video. I was like, no, because I know Rick a little bit, some of his mannerisms. I was like, yo, this AI. This not really Rick.
Him and
Yeah.
Gerard Victor.
Yeah, this not Rick. So this AI shit getting scary, man. It's getting scary. And again, I'll tell anybody, we are just scratching the surface. We have not seen in a minute. I don't want to go too deep and I don't want to jump too deep down a rabbit hole. They need so many plumbers, electricians, and things of that nature because of how AI is going to expound. Where you're going to need more water, you're going to need more infrastructure, you're going to need more people building weapons and uh, building these IT back rooms. We're going to see mass water shutoffs. Things are going to get.
We're gonna see mass water shortages because of AI. Shortages.
Yeah, man. And they are predicting that like plumbers, electricians are the next set of millionaires. The government said they need 600,000 electricians just to maintain infrastructure. Not in order for us to move forward, just for us to maintain in the next 10 years or so, and they don't know where it's going to come from.
Because niggas want to
about to
rap
get
and
really
be YouTubers. I want to game. I want to rap. I want to be a YouTuber. I don't want to do real work.
Yeah. You niggas want to put Martin Luther King on the sidelines at a Knicks game so bad that it's going to put us in peril. We have not seen, we are just scratching the surface and shit is about to get worse. Save your fucking self. Save yourself.
Man, I'm glad you're back, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad to be back. I'm thankful to God. I am thankful to God to be back and to be able to speak on the mic, because even today it was looking like it may not happen. And even next week, it could possibly not happen. I'm literally day to day right now because my body is going through so many different changes since after this surgery. But I just want to say I am thankful to God to wake up every day, open my eyes, put my feet on the floor, to take a deep breath. Because a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I could not take a deep breath. I could not inhale and exhale with all my might. I could not talk. I could not walk. I was having problems feeding myself. I still can't lift my hands over my head. I'm still weak. They sent me home with a walker. Like I'm not moving fast. I may
You wasn't
look,
fast before either.
yeah, and I lost more weight in the hospital. So my path is not over. This is just the beginning, and I did this just so I could try to get a kidney transplant. So there's still another major surgery and another major hurdle that I have in my future. But I am thankful to God to see another day. I'm thankful to God to pod. I'm thankful for my friends, my family, my supporters, people who came to see me, people who tried to come and see me, the thousands of you all that commented, liked my reels, and just let me know to stay strong, that you were thinking of me. The texts, the DMs that I get every day, it's overwhelming. I try and respond to everybody within a timely fashion, and I'm not ignoring you. If it take me a while to get back to you, it's just a lot, and I'm trying to get back to everyone. But I'm thankful to God to be here. I know God has kept me here for a reason, because if he wanted to send me home or send me to hell, there's nothing that would have stopped it at this point. And I just hope that I fulfill the promises and fulfill the things that he has for me to do. So, I look forward to continue to doing the good work and just being a better man and a better person overall. So, every time I see the thank God for Dame, it warmed my heart, because people really fuck with me, and I appreciate it, and I love you all more than you know. If you follow me, it's Dame Gone Wild on everything. Continue to keep me and my family in your prayers. I'm back for now as much as I can be. It's day to day. But when you see the blue and the black, you know where the fuck you at. In this Shop Talk podcast, baby.
Thank y'all, man, for tapping in. 496 episodes. Four away from 500, my G. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get some strength up. You know what I'm saying? When we do the 5, you know what I'm saying?
That'll probably be my first time. That'll probably be my first time stepping out.
Let's have a push-up contest on the 500 episode.
I cannot. It's gonna be months before I can do push-ups. They said I can't lift more than 10 pounds for the next few months. So
yeah. Thank y'all for tapping in.
That's about as much as I weigh right now. So
thank y'all for tapping in, man. When you see the blue and the black, you know where you at. This has been the return of Dame. I'm not saying we're the Rockefeller podcast, but we are Jay and Dame.
Hell yeah.
Peace.
Ooh.